to tell you, just kidding. But in the course of that, some of our folks are talking about what their ministries here at St. Paul's. So Deb and Chris Schneider are on for today. I made reference to the blue card. You'll know the very first person that receives that blue card is Deb Schneider. She even woke up at 6 o'clock this morning with a dream about blue cards, she told me. So this has now gotten into her bones. Let me get you a microphone. Wait, you should be able to.
Can you hear me? Good morning, everyone. Last night when Chris and I sat down to discuss what we were going to talk about today, I told him that we needed costumes and a comedy act to top Pat Rudy from last week. So he pretty much said, no, we're not going to do that. So no costumes or comedy act. We're Chris and Deb Schneider, and we came to St. Paul's when we were expecting our first child. We didn't have a church home after we had gotten married and had a merger of faith traditions, Chris Roman Catholic and myself Missouri Synod Lutheran. And we also moved from Iowa to Kansas City. So, having a first child, we thought this would be a good time to start going back to church. So we visited a few churches, and we found ourselves sitting in the back right, where we still sit today at St. Paul's. And I'm not sure what it was, if it was the beautiful choir, the beautiful building, the fabulous sermon that day, but we both just knew that this felt like home. It's been almost 28 years since then, 3 kids baptized and confirmed here, and lots of life lived, and this is still our home. And when I look out today, there's so many new people, but there are so many families, a bunch sitting over there, a few sitting over there, that have been here way longer than 28 years and have had all their kids raised here too. And that just brings me a lot of joy and hope and comfort. Chris is going to share a little bit about how over these years our time, treasure, and talent has made a difference in our lives and in the life of St. Paul's.
Thanks. Over the years I've had some opportunities to be involved in different ministries here. One of them was to serve as the junior warden, and that was a while ago, but part of those responsibilities involve basically maintaining the facilities of the church. And it was during that time that I really got a better understanding of everything that needs to go in just to maintain this beautiful building. That was one of the reasons that really attracted us to this place in the first place. And just to keep the lights on, to do the maintenance on what is a beautiful building but is over 100 years old is a significant investment. So that's not something that gets a lot of visibility and we kind of take for granted, but that is one of the key things that allows us to have this beautiful area for worship and also be a significant resource for the community around us that uses the building and the facilities during the week, whether it's the Sudanese congregation, they'll come in this afternoon, Nourish KC, and all the other community organizations that use this beautiful building and this resource. The other opportunity I got several years ago was to go to Haiti with my daughter and Isam and see firsthand the impact that ministry has here, there. Literally educating hundreds of kids on a daily basis. More importantly, providing meals that they wouldn't otherwise get. Unfortunately, the need is even worse now given the recent earthquake and the political instability there. So again, that's one of the key things that this church does, this ministry does, and your pledge will do. Not only serve the community around us, but internationally, and those people, those deserving people in Haiti.
This morning, in closing, this morning in adult ed, somebody, I think he's actually sitting up front today, somebody mentioned that when all of our senses are engaged, that is where we meet God. Not that God's not there all the time, but that when all of our senses are engaged, that's where we truly feel God. And I guess when I think about why it's important for me to come to church and be in this building and to be involved in different ministries, that's when all of my senses are engaged, and that's where I feel God. And so being in this space and volunteering our time, treasure, and talent really has made me think differently about how I pledge and offer our financial resources, but also volunteering, just our time, is equally as important. So, and since I am the blue card lady, if you are visiting today, please fill out a blue card. We don't sell your information. We just drop off a welcome bag and like to get to know you a little bit better. So, thank you.
Thank you both.